Patrick Jordan. Jordan said he and collaborators Dave Mansueto and Pete Spinda initially expected a shorter run.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Alone Together Pittsburgh, streaming at you live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We are embarking on episode 179, week 59, halfway through our week of shows here. We are still here because the pandemic's not quite over. You might be over it, but it is not over. So we are still here. We started the show as a sense to keep some community going with everybody, to keep people together, to know that they are not alone, that we're all in this thing together. As things are opening up right now, we are feeling good about these things. We're feeling a little bit better. But every night I talk about the COVID numbers in Allegheny County. Today, 214 was the number in the last 24 hours. So it's slowly been ticking its way down. Best thing we can do right now, I think. I mean, usually I would say wear a mask. So if you got the mask, wear the mask, but especially indoors. But it's time to go get that shot. Get that COVID vaccine shot. It is out there. It is readily available. If you're over 16, you're qualified. There's no more sections. There's no more code. There's no more anything. Get on that right now. So go ahead and get that shot. I mean, John Travolta would agree with me.
Shot! I am, if you let me. I never fucking stop when you start talking to me. Start talking to her. Yeah, right.
I'm saying, just get the shot. I mean, sometimes it kind of drives me crazy, right? Like I feel like I'm in a cartoon or something when I just like wake up and I just want to say something.
Take the shot! Take the shot!
All right. So anyway, there's a chat war. Gina Mungo is striking in our chat, and you can too. If you got any questions as things go on throughout the show tonight, fire it up in the comments section. We will get it to you. We've got a fantastic show for you tonight. Byron Nash is going to be back here tonight. He's going to have some live music for us, but he also has a ton of stuff that he's been working on. And throughout the pandemic, he's been kind of retooling, and he's ready. He's got a couple of different LLCs. He's got a live gig coming up in May. There's so much black metals coming back. Do Ya Fitness. There's just so much, independent consulting. I mean, there's independent creative. There's so much going on. We're going to find out a lot from Byron and get some music from him. And it's Thursday. So you know that Kate Romane is going to be here letting us know what Kate ate, right? Because every week Kate goes to some takeout places, lets us know some of the things are off the beaten path. Some are delivery, some are not. We're going to find out about that tonight. But before we get into everything, just a real quick reminder, a little bit of housekeeping. Below it, that is our Venmo ticking below us here right there. So if you have the means to kick in a couple of dollars, we would greatly appreciate it. It's @TogetherPGH. That's our PayPal. That is our Venmo. The money goes directly to artists involved in the show. If you give $1, $3, $5, nothing is too small, nothing is too large. And if you give over $500, you get to be a guest on the show. Think about that. Or you can pay us $500 so you're not a guest on the show. Either way, it's good. I'd pay $7 to not ever touch. Okay, that's to touch Patrick's head. All right, that's cool. $7. Deal, Gina. Deal. It'll never have to do it. Never have to touch it. Fantastic. $7. So see that? So now it's starting to happen here. So let it be contagious. Gina's putting in $7. You put in $7. Nobody touches my head. It's anarchy. It's a beautiful thing. So that's good right there, right now. So things are rolling. Dave, how you feeling today? Looking good, Dave. Looking really good. That beard's coming in nice. That's good. So a couple other things that we do here on the show. Also, if we're shut down on Facebook for any reason, I don't think we're going to be going any copyright infringement, but we are also on Twitch. We're also on YouTube. And you can listen to an audio-only podcast version of the show starting tomorrow morning, wherever you get your podcasts. So let's go. Baby pool of Nair. I don't know about that, but maybe I'll do it. I got a lot of hair, Nair, whatever. It's whatever. Whoever's on that right there, make it happen. So cool. So we're gonna roll things along here. But something else that we have here on the show we have a little in-show poll. That's Pittsburgh centric. We call it the little Jagoff poll. The big Jagoff poll is overnight. I don't know if that's ever coming back, but the little in-show Jagoff poll is happening and is brought to you by Engine House 25 Winery. You can find out everything you need about Engine House 25 Winery. Go to eh25.com. Some of the best wine you're going to find. They've got a great selection, and Mother's Day is right around the corner. And you know that Engine House 25 has got some fancy, fantastic Mother's Day bottles. You can see it right there. It says Happy Mother's Day on it with a custom label. And you can also get the charcuterie and the meat tulips, which is, an okay name for a band. So they've got more than just the whites. They've got the reds, everything. But the surprise for you, if you mention Alone Together Pittsburgh to Engine House 25, you get $5 off per bottle. That's $5 per bottle. Doesn't matter what the price point of the bottle is. They're doing free delivery in the 412, even though the pandemic is starting to open up. People are getting vaccinated, but they're still doing free delivery, and they have curbside ready for you. Go to eh25.com. You can find out everything you need. So, Dave, I'm going to throw the poll for tonight over to you.
Hey, Pittsburgh, how you doing out there? Do you like ice cream? Well, I like ice cream a lot. What's your favorite ice cream? Millie's, Leanna's, or Paige's? Starting right now. I'm activating the poll. Have at it, you Jags. Bye. Get the hell out of here.
Well, there was no build-up for that one. We're going for like the local ice cream. Where's your favorite local ice cream? We also have I think we have an option that is, it's not on there right now, but it's also a like name your own. You know what I mean? Okay, the votes are coming in. We've got we're at 67% for Leona's and Paige Dairy. They've got that blueberry soft serve. And if you got another one that's not on there, like an other, just hit it in the comments section, and we will talk about it and discuss it as it goes. So it's okay. Gina Mungo, LOL. I actually did pay for it myself with my hard-earned money. Okay, so things are happening here. All right, so that's going on there. So the votes are on there. Okay, great. So here's what I was thinking about doing for the show tonight. I was thinking about maybe bringing out Byron to do a song for us, just a one song. And then, we'll bring out Kate, and then we'll finish up with Byron. Maybe we'll do another song and find out all the amazing stuff that he's got going on, which puts me to shame. But that might be part of what Do Your Fitness might be all about. We'll find out about it. Dave, are we ready? Is there anything else you wanted to talk about before we roll here?
No way. Let's go.
Okay. Wait, Dave and Andy's. That's right. Dave and Andy's. Rob Hurst just chummed up Dave and Andy's. Of course. Dave and Andy's ice cream. What the hell were we thinking? That would be the nice others. Rita's real custard, and going to try Molly's homemade in Somerset. Okay, that's great. Report back, Tara Mays. Let us know how that turns out. All right. So we got a lot of action-packed stuff happening right now, but I think right now we should just go to Byron Nash, play a little song for us, say what's up, and then we'll catch him on the other side. Do we have Byron ready to go?
Hey.
What's up, Byron?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing fine, man. Thanks for being here tonight. I figure you give us a little taste, some music, and then we'll catch you on the other side.
All right. Just a little sample.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Very nice. Very nice. Well, Byron, that was beautiful.
Thanks.
Are you cool to hang back for a little bit, and then we're going to get into some serious conversation and action a little bit later.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, everybody, stay tuned for more Byron Nash. But now we're going to make a small pivot here, a little segue into the next section. Before I do that, I want to give a shout out to another sponsor from the show tonight, Farm to Table Pittsburgh. Go to farmtotablepa.com and you can find out everything you need to know about buying fresh and buying local. And don't forget to tune in every Wednesday night. Because we have a Buy Fresh, Buy Local segment with either Aaron Hart from Farm to Table comes on or different farmers from around the community. It is amazing what is going on there. And get your CSAs while you can and find out where all the farmers markets are. Go to farmtotablepa.com. All right. So moving things along here right now, I think it is time for everybody's favorite Thursday night treat. You get to see and hear from Kate Romain herself. So here she is, Chef Kate Romain, talking about what Kate ate. Normally, Kate Romain is the executive chef from Black Radish Kitchen. And here she is right now with us, telling her all her fables and foibles of where she's been in the takeout world and more. Here it is, Kate Romain.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Kate. Oh, we got another snacks movement.
What's up, bud? You
Snacks
in?
is moving. Somebody's at the door, I think. I don't know. Snacks is totally uncomfortable right now. He's like, what's going on?
He's like, who's here? Man's voice.
There's a man's voice here. He's looking at the door, doesn't realize, doesn't know how computers work, but also doesn't want to get off the couch. And I respect that. So,
Yeah.
hey, what's been new, Kate? What's been going on? What has been in your last week?
Oh, it's been crazy, per usual. But I just want to thank you for putting me like sandwiching me in between Byron sets, because man, that guy's talented. He's doing so many things. So
It's what do you hear what he's got going on? It's gonna blow your mind. It blows my mind.
I mean,
Like
go like tell
no,
me.
he just sent me a quick email. I'm not going to go into it now because we're going to wait till he comes out. But he just sent me a quick email with a couple of things. He was like, a couple of things I got going on, and I'm like, oh my god, that's a lifetime. That's just he's just got energy, man. I guess that comes with it. But yeah, and he's ridiculously talented as a musician and everything else. So he's like the perfect Renaissance man. But I don't want to wax his car yet when he's not on screen. So let's talk about you.
Being just like tucked in between here so that I can just like get my stuff. I've just been eating.
So tell me,
fucking eating.
So speaking of which, what have you been eating? What did you eat?
One thing I ate was I went to this new place called Adrena's, I think.
Adrena's?
Adrena's. I think it's called Adrena's. I think it's new. I've never heard of it. It is on Murray Avenue, closer to like Greenfield. And it's Mexican, kind of like California Mexican food. It's real good. The tamales were bomb. I don't know if I got a picture of that, but so good. I ordered everything. Tamales were killer. Also, Pete, they have a vegetarian taco. It's definitely vegan. Super, super good. All the hot sauces were out of this world. Like super, super yummy, super flavorful. But just like easy, approachable Mexican food and really approachable prices. Super delicious. So check it out.
All right, I love it.
I mean, if I'm mistaken, I didn't know that it existed. So, like,
now where is it exactly on Murray?
It's on Murray, like going towards Greenfield. So, it's past the Giant Eagle.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? On Murray Avenue, if you're going towards Waterworks, Waterfront, whatever that is. I can never get them straight.
It's okay. You're heading. Is it on the hill? Is it heading down the hill?
Heading down towards where you would get onto Browns Hill Road.
Gotcha.
So still on Murray Avenue, but
great.
Good stuff. Good
All right,
stuff.
that's amazing. All right, I like it. It looks good, and Your photography skills are getting better and better. Oh, we got more shots here. Wow.
Yeah.
Thought you had eaten it all.
I drank a beer with it. Yeah. I
We
mean,
actually-
we went to town. We were just like, let's eat everything. It was good.
That's good. We made empanadas over here the other day.
By yourself, you made them?
We made them.
What
We made them from scratch. Pepper wanted them.
Like the dough, the whole
The
fucking
dough from
thing?
scratch. Everything was scratch from nothing. Like
Wait,
we
Did
made.
you say Pepper was like, can you make empanadas?
Pepper wanted empanadas. She never had them, but she saw she was watching, I believe it was the Chipmunks Road Chip movie. And young Theodore, the chipmunk, when they think he's dead, he's revived by the smell of an empanada. And he then eats an empanada. So she was saying that so much, so she said she wanted them. So Eileen found a recipe and we tag teamed it. She did the fillings and Pepper and I did the doughy crust. I believe I have a picture, Dave. I think I just texted it to you. If you want to pull that up, well, it'll be coming here in a second. I just didn't realize this was happening, and it's a game time decision. So
I'm so impressed. Pepper.
Pepper did it, and then Pepper literally did a hell of a job rolling things out. This was the finished product there.
Oh my God. Why don't you guys come over to Black Radish? What are we doing here?
Let's get on it. They ended up working out nicely. They were delicious.
Right, what did we put inside what was the filling? Tell me.
There was some form of meat. Eileen was on the filling tip. I was just the dough.
Pepperoni pizza.
Was it a pepperoni pizza? I can report
Hot
back.
Pockets.
I'll report back to you later about what was inside, but there was definitely stuff in there. There was different foods. People are saying hello to you on there.
Hey.
Big Bet over there.
Hello.
So anyway, so that's it. So if you
beautiful, you guys. That's
awesome.
Right.
We're stepping up our game over here. Pandemic cooking. Eileen cooks just about every night, and yeah. So
I still don't cook every night. I mean, obviously,
you cook every day though, Kate.
I mean,
you're cooking. It's
you're
you're
in the kitchen sometimes, a couple days a week. We have really great chefs, better chefs than me in the kitchen right now. So I don't have to be in there all the time. But
I'm just saying, you don't have to cook at home, right? Because you have to cook for your job. It's I'm not walking around my house doing monologues. You know what I mean? It's like
I also can steal food from work. I mean, not steal. I mean, if we have a couple extra calzones, they might come home with me.
I understand. Did you ever? By the way, the calzone. Did I talk to you since I had the calzone from the Allegheny Eats? What that soup and Sammy thing, or what was it called? I told you the greens and beans were ridiculous. For whatever reason, the greens and beans were the best greens and beans I ever had. But I did tear into that American calzone, and it was something special. It was 2 feet long, but it was it ate like it was 1 foot.
It's the American calzone. It's big.
It's big calzone. I like it. The olives though. The olives.
The olives and the Sherry makes pickled jalapenos, fresh pickled jalapenos that go in there.
That's what it was. There was something with bite. I didn't know if it was the sauce, if it was the meat that you used, or whatever.
Little calabrese keeps. I don't know. I love
Earnhardt
that.
says it's for quality control. But go on.
I made them this morning, and then I made one for the staff where we stuffed scrambled eggs in it too.
Oh man, I'd love that.
Breakfast American calzone.
Just had a conversation about how much I like eggs in just about everything.
Yeah, I was not. To be honest, I worked brunch at great places. I obviously squared how to kill our brunch and worked that line for a long time. I never ate eggs. I hated eggs. I was like, God damn, look at all these fucking eggs. I just recently started to like eggs.
All right. So that's cool. I love eggs. It's not for everybody. I'm sure there's a food out there that I won't eat. I can't think of it right now. But
this year I'm like, oh my God, all I want to do is eat eggs. I don't know what it is.
Comfort? I don't know. Well, if you talk to Earnhardt, eggs are plentiful right now from the local farms. It's the egg time of season. So
we're getting them from farm to table, which has been great. And we got duck eggs a couple weeks ago, which were delicious.
What's up with the duck eggs? I got some duck eggs too. It was a whole new world.
Oh my gosh. It almost makes you feel like, why was I ever eating not duck eggs? But They're also like really intense. You can have one duck egg. I mean, I can only do one duck egg.
My first time with the duck eggs, I wasn't paying much attention. Yes, Jason, we are still in a pandemic. We're still here. As long as we're here, the pandemic's still happening. I fried 2 of them like over easy without even realizing. I was like, why are these eggs harder to crack than the normal eggs? Whatever. They're blue. What is this about? Yeah. And I went to town. They're delicious. They're also great apparently in like quiches and stuff like that. Do you guys like duck eggs poached? I've never had a poached duck egg, Tara Mays.
I haven't either. They're really good also if you make like almost like a pancake out of them.
Mm-hmm.
You put just a little bit of flour and like a bunch of green onions and stuff in them. Oh my God, they're dynamite.
Right.
Just because they're so good. Anyway.
So we just started talking about ducks. Jason, yeah, man, thanks. We're still here, man. Come back on the show sometime, buddy. All right. So what do we got here? What are we looking at?
Okay, so this is Soul Biscuit, which is they pull this cart on a tandem bicycle, and it's mobile that way, but it's a little cart that they do. They pull up. They're really programming a lot at KLVN, which is on Hamilton Avenue. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I think it's KLVN or it's Calvin, but it's delicious coffee and probably one of the most beautiful coffee spaces you will ever be in Pittsburgh. It's right behind the old Animal Rescue League, because I'm being a Pittsburgher, being like, it's right behind that thing that doesn't exist anymore. But it's on Hamilton Avenue, and these guys like are just doing really simple stuff. The biscuits are really good. Micah is a pretty well-known chef in town. He was at Route 174.
Mm-hmm.
He was I think he was like the opening chef at Key Ramen with Roger Lee. So
wow,
the guy's got stuff.
So,
he knows what he's doing. The good, obviously.
So how do I not know about this, Kate? It's a block from my house.
Yeah. So go on their Instagram. They have.
We've been there together, Patrick.
Have we, Dave? Shit. All right. Okay. All right. Well, so much for the behind the curtain. Let's have more information. Segue. That's right. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. It's
anyway.
It's all bullshit.
Worth checking out. Follow their Instagram and check out where they're going to be next. It's good stuff.
Amazing. That looks awesome.
The pandemic, I mean, people have, who have lost their jobs, they've really branched out on their own. I'm so impressed with what everybody has, like all these new businesses, all this new food stuff is like popped up. So I'm really trying to like finalize all of it out.
I mean, do you feel like I mean, obviously the capacity numbers for indoor dining have gone up and the weather has changed. So outdoor dining is, in, peak form right now. But do you feel like there's going to be like a tidal wave of like everything's going to hit all at once, that people are just going to rush out to everything? Or do you think this is going to be like a slow climb with people coming back?
A slow climb, just like, we all have our comfort level of how we've been existing in pandemic. I think that like, as you become more comfortable, you'll start, I mean, you're a person, you and I went out a lot. I went out a lot. I was out all the time, like 5 nights a week. I haven't been activated to do that again yet. I will be, but I'm just, I'm a little bit shyer than the rest of us. I guess.
Well, it's not about shy. It's just about, I'm not, I don't know if I'm ready to like, dip my toe here. I'm ready to start, doing some stuff, but I mean, yeah, we went out a bunch before the pandemic, and I mean, we joked that Pepper was like the best behaved kid because she grew up at restaurants, and now it's just gonna all go to shit because it's just gonna be bad. But she was like super polite and everything. We got more pictures of these biscuits. I want one of those biscuits right now.
Yeah, they're great biscuits, and you can buy just a biscuit, but they have a bunch of combinations. But
I think this guy's my neighbor.
Really?
There's like a biscuit man in the neighborhood.
Does it smell? Do you like smell biscuit, or does he like walk around with a push cart like, oh, I'm like biscuits?
I found the push cart in the alley, and I was like, well, I gotta meet this guy. Like, oh man, here's like a neighbor I gotta cozy up to. He's got something in this food cart, and I think it's biscuits.
It's literally a push cart.
Yeah, that's right. You can see it there.
Apparently it's a tandem bike. I haven't seen the tandem bike, but there it is. Yeah.
Dude,
He
you need
does
to put a
everything on
note.
a little cart.
Dave, you should put a note
I'm
on
gonna send
there.
him spooky secret messages.
Instead of
from
spooky
us.
secret messages, and then like at the end of like the you know the trail of clues that you give to him, he gets to be a guest on the show and bring us all biscuits.
I'm gonna tag it Alone Together Pittsburgh on the side when he's not looking.
That's a cool.
That's great. Soul Biscuit, man. Find out where they are. I'm gonna see where they're going next. That's awesome. All right. So before we start to unwind here, Kate, anything else coming up with the radish, or anything new or exciting with Allegheny Eats, or anything along those lines?
Allegheny, it's just like, we are trying to like push forward. We still need your help. Restaurants are still trying to recover, even though we do have more seating available. It's still been a really rough year for everybody. We're all evaluating the way that we're going to really like rebuild. So Allegheny Eats is a great way to keep continuing to support those restaurants. And also the program helps people who are still losing wages in the service community. And they are also like out of work still. So still not enough jobs. Allegheny Eats gets workers those meals. So if you can pick up one of those meal kits, it's real helpful.
I'll just tell you right now, it is fantastic. Get in on these meal kits, because you'll be happy just because you're getting like an awesome meal. But you're also buying a meal for a service industry worker, and the money's going to the right place in this.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic. Anything else coming up with the radish? Belly baskets, anything? What's
Belly
popping?
baskets just got put up for May. We're going to start to partner with a couple. We're reaching out to a bunch of, like I said, like there's so many new initiatives happening in the city. We're reaching out to them to try and like place some of those products in our belly baskets as we move through the summer. So look for those. All of May is up online. We also have crab cakes going out next Thursday if you want to get that. The email hasn't gone out, but it's up there.
Breaking news here on Alone Together Pittsburgh.
Boom. And that's it. I don't know. That's all I got for you.
All right, that's plenty. That's a plate full. Well, thank you very much, Kate. I know you've got other pressing engagements to get to tonight, and thank you for another fantastic installment of What Kate Ate.
Awesome, love you guys, and I can't wait to watch more of Byron. He's
Sounds good. Yeah. Well, Byron's coming up next. It's so funny that you say so. All right. Well, thank you very much, Kate. Before we let Kate go, Kate, where do you fall with the ice cream poll?
God damn, that's such a hard poll. I love every single thing on there, so I'm just gonna roll through. I cannot make a comment. I cannot comment.
Kristen loves your glasses. All right. Okay. So Millie's is in the lead now with 56% of the vote. Leona's is 33% of the vote, and Paige's Dairy Mart is 11% of the vote, and which is odd for me. I could have this is like a reverse. Millie's is fantastic, but Paige's tends to get like the love because they do have the blueberry soft serve.
They're just like an institution. They've been here forever, but Millie's, come on, they're an institution.
And yes, and Rob Hirsch shouted out Dave and Andy's.
Dave and Andy's, like that was a miss on, and
that was a hard miss from all of us. But we needed Rob Hirsch to pick up our pieces and take us home. There it is. All right. So sweet, and obviously Rita's real custard. All right. Well, Kate, thank you so much. We're gonna parlay over to Byron Nash. So thank you so much. Tune in next week, next Thursday. You're going to find another installment of What Kate Ate. If you've got any places that you think she should go, shoot us a message here in the comments or shoot us an email, and we will pass that along to Kate. Maybe Kate will go to your favorite spot. Who knows? All right, cool. So we're moving along here right now. I think it's time to come back. We're going to bring Byron Nash back onto the show. We have a little clip about what Byron's been up to, but I'm just going to give you a little taste. Byron, since the pandemic, right? Because he ended up losing his job like everybody else, like not everybody else, but a lot of other people. So he shifts and just kind of regroups. He started Be Independent Creative, LLC. He started Do Ya Wellness, all right, which is something we're going to show you a little taste of here right now. He's still got his music, and the black metal beer is going to be re-upped, and it's going to have another year coming on with the Barrel and Flow Fest collabs. So before we bring out Byron, I think we should show a little taste of what you can get at Do Ya. Our viewership's going through the roof right now. Here he is, Byron Nash.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
We're doing all right, Byron. Welcome back, man.
Thanks for having me, man. It's awesome. I miss you guys.
Miss you too. Wish you were here every night.
Oh, man.
We have a lot better banter than me just talking to myself.
On the podcast. It was the first podcast I was ever hungover.
Oh well, that was partially your fault.
It was totally my fault. And I'm not doing that again.
I was too. That was a fun night though.
That was great. It was like 4 hours.
We've had a couple nights like that. Like I said, this is like episode 179. There's been a couple that have gotten away from us, and
yeah, that was one of them. I remember it very well.
But
barely.
Well, do you? Very well, barely. All right, man. All right, man. So we heard you play a little song for us earlier, but I mean, I just touched on it in your intro there. But I mean, let's talk about what you've been up to since the pandemic started, or since we saw you last.
Whew.
Let's,
you know, I mean, what's up? Wait,
no, go. I was just gonna say, let's start off with Be Independent.
That was originally I started my music stuff was Be Independent music, and that's sort of like if I play a gig and it's not a cash gig, then that's how I can handle my taxes and everything's like legal and good to go. But then like the Be Independent kept just kind of staying in my head. I'm like, oh, what if I come up with Be Independent Creative, because I'd done so much of the marketing and promotion aspect with black metal that I'm like, this is what people do. Like they hire consultants to do, you know, promotion and marketing and things like that. And I'm like, I should just start that on the side. So I like did a lot of research over the summer. I learned, I crushed a lot of books. I studied art. I studied everything I could. And then I launched an LLC in August of last year.
Amazing, man.
So I mean, that's like artists and like businesses. Like, say there's a new restaurant, they're like, oh, we have a little bit of a presence on social media. We don't know how we want to present it. Sort of bringing someone in and say, hey, why don't you try this? What is your goal? What is your brand? What are you trying to put out there? Let's bring some money in here. Let's bring people in and make money. So that's what it's for.
Man, that's fantastic. Then Do Your Wellness.
Yeah.
So
it's like
a happy accident. All right. I love the name, right? But it's not just personal training.
No, I think personal training can be limited. And so that would be like, if you want to work out and you have a trainer and they kind of, there's an accountability factor there. I think that's awesome. But fitness is only one component of it. But really what's going to change your life is your mindset. And, it's about putting the effort in when you don't really feel like doing it. When that alarm goes off and you're like, F this, I don't want to do it, but then you still show up. And there's an element to learning that. Like there's something specific behind that. So, and I've always had a little bit of that in my system, and then I just kept ramping it up. And people would always say, well, how do you do all this shit? Like you work until 4:30 in the morning and then you're at the gym at 9. And I'm like, why don't I teach people how to do that for themselves on their level for wherever they're feeling, so that they can kind of elevate in their lives. But you can't have that output without feeling healthy and being healthy. So it's like a combination of like fitness meets life coaching meets mindset coaching. So let's say I'm kicking someone's butt, like I'm just hitting them with a nasty workout that's like 7 minutes long. Because if you say, oh, I got a workout 7 minutes, people are like, oh, okay, cool. And like 3 minutes in, they look at me like, I hate you and I'm going to cry. I'm like, you can do this. You can push through it. And it's really about those little like incremental wins that like, oh my God, by the end they survived. They didn't die. They're sweating and they're laying on the floor and they're like trying to find their breath. But I think it's about building that personal confidence of like overcoming adversity and obstacles in short amounts of time that ends up trickling down into other aspects of their life. So that's sort of the overview of it. And it's funny because my son's the one I was struggling all of the end of last year trying to come up with the name. And I was like, feel like I'm pretty creative, but I would come up with these names and they were just so generic. They were so
All right,
like,
give me a couple. What were they?
you know, something fitness or blah, 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 you know, like and I would look it up and I'm like, oh, that's taken like 4 times. And it just wasn't coming to me. And one day my son was like, he sent Duya to me and I'm like, Duya what? Like, what do you want? You know? And he was like, no, like, don't underestimate your ability. And I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Oh, wow.
But I don't want to take your thing, son. Like, if you got some aspiring goals, like, I'm, you know, I don't want to take it. And he's like, no, Dad, like, that's like you. That's your thing. And it sat for about 3 months. I just was in the back burner, you know, and then I kept coming up with more names. And I did all the extensive research and still didn't have anything that felt right. And then I was like, do you really want that name? Because I can use it. Like, I'll do something with it. And so, you know, it has even a deeper connection because it was something that really came from the relationship of me and my son. Because I was just a parent. So, like, we're, you know.
That's awesome. Plus, I mean, when I think about it, right, that is you, man. Like, your son's saying this is your thing, right? But you actually kind of live this life. It's not just this isn't just like, oh, this is what people want to hear when they're doing it. So it's like,
no,
it's beyond practicing what you preach.
Something I lived, and it's kind of like if you, let's say you're at a gym, and somebody's paying a personal trainer, but that trainer's not in shape. I don't think they got to be like shredded. I don't think they have to be, you know, fitness model in shape. But if you're not living it to like a certain degree, then it's sort of like, how are you telling me to do these burpees, man? Like, you don't look like you touched a burpee. So how are you, you know, like, how do you motivate people if you're not doing it yourself? And so I feel like people, it's an easier sell if I'm willing to suffer with you. And the other thing is, like, I'll do those workouts with my clients. Once they get to a certain point where I'm not like worried about their form in a squat or whatever, I'm like, all right, this is what we're doing today. So
Amanda said you gave her a good old fashioned butt kicking earlier today.
I did. You know what, though? I was going to send a post out. Heather, Amanda, and Julie were all beast modes today. And they all kind of had that same look like, is this guy serious? And they all just delivered. I mean, I'm proud of them, but they should be super proud of themselves because everything they did was hard as shit. Everything. And I wasn't letting up. It's like 5 workouts in an hour. It's not just like, oh, we worked out, we did some lifting. No, it's like, all right, next we're doing. Yeah.
So what is a usual session with you? By the way, Rachel says such a great guy and musician, and she's correct.
Hey, Rachel, what's up?
All right. Yeah, Rachel, I'll see you tomorrow, I think. But anyway, go on. So how long is like a usual session? Is it an hour? Is that like
it's an hour, power hour? It doesn't have to be any longer than that because I mix. It's like CrossFit meets boot camp meets weight training meets cardio meets HIIT training, which is high intensity interval training. So I might be like, all right, like here's 6 things we're going to do. You're going to work on strength. We stretch, we warm up and everything. Then I got to teach them the skill. So it might be just like, all right, you're just doing some dumbbell presses, 3 sets of 8. But you know, by that second set, you're kind of like, oh, this kind of sucks. But then right from there, I let them get some water, and then it's like, all right, we're going to do a 4-minute workout. You know, you're on an assault bike, and then you're on the rower for 4 minutes. So it's really only an 8-minute workout now, but it's intense in 8 minutes. So you're burning more calories than you would if you were on a treadmill for an hour.
And then you're still burning the calories when you're doing, you're doing what, active recovery. You're like doing with
calories the rest of the day.
Right.
Yeah, that's the goal.
That's great. Now, how many people are you working with right now?
I'm up to 13.
All right. How many can you take? Like, if people, want to chime in here. I mean, what's your work?
To be honest with you, this is my only job now. I don't have a bar job. I play music, and so if people are trying to get in shape, like really get in shape, and not like kind of do it, like I'm here for them. So as long as the slots are open, I'm good. Do you travel or do you work out of a specific gym? I work out of CrossFit Pittsburgh in East End on Hamilton. But I also have a home gym in my garage, and I pull all the equipment out, and like it's straight boot camp. I call it like Rocky Balboa training. You remember when he was like,
yes,
Drago was like had all the fancy stuff, and then Rocky's like throwing logs and shit. That's what I'm doing.
I know a couple of things about the Rocky genre of movies.
Yeah.
I end up talking about them all the time here. By the way, Rocky actually has something to say about people going out and getting the COVID shot, getting the COVID vaccine. Dave? Oh, well.
I'm fully vaccinated too.
You're fully vaccinated too. That's also a nice perk.
What shot did you ever take?
Well, I guess hey, Rocky, you're not happy with your life. It's nice. Me, I got a business going. I don't have to take no shots.
That's funny.
Yeah. So anyway, we find little things just try to encourage people.
That's great.
Yeah, we had a whole thing about mask wearing, but that's kind of passe now. I guess it's more about getting the shot than wearing the mask, but you should still wear the mask, folks. So anyway, that's dope. And so you'll just do that stuff, boot camp outside. That's amazing.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, I'll have people meet me at Shenley Park. Sometimes it's like, hey man, you want to go for a hike, and we'll do the south side slopes and hit all the steps and just walk uphill and just crush for an hour.
And so right now, somebody wants to get in touch with you, wants to start doing this. ByronNash.com is the best way to hook up with you right now.
Through Instagram and Facebook's the best way right now, because the music website sometimes that's my son actually working out with me. Sometimes like the emails get all kind of like filtered. So if you can just hit me through Facebook and Instagram, that's the best way. And then I'll send you my number, because I'm having a Do Your Wellness website built right now as we speak.
That's nice, man. And so, okay,
log on there, and then I can set up appointments through there, and it'll be real streamlined.
So, I mean, not just bartending and service industry stuff got hurt with the pandemic. The music stuff got kind of cut back. So you've been able to play a couple of gigs here and there throughout the pandemic. I think some weird outdoor stuff. I think you did one the last time you were here. You were talking about it. I'd love to hear how it turned out. Honestly,
I gigged more last year than the year before and the year before that combined.
Oh,
yeah.
Seriously. All right. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, what it was that I shifted. So I didn't have a band. Like I could put a band together, but I didn't have like a band that was just like the main thing. Mm-hmm. And so if I played something solo acoustic and that's all they needed, then I can sit in the corner and play solo acoustic. Mm-hmm. But if they just wanted me to like do whatever I do, I could do that. I have a steady gig. It's like a wine cigar bar thing. And I just sit in a corner and I use a loop pedal and I literally come up with music for 3 hours straight. So the whole set's pretty much improvised. I'll have little things as like a basis for a song, but I'm not there to perform. I'm there to create a vibe. That's where I met Smokey Robinson. He had his wine come out and I played like a private dinner for him last year. And I was freaked out because I met him before. I played when his wine came out, but this time it was just him and his friends. And it was even more private. And I just remember like I was playing against music that was playing in the background. It was like Post Malone channel or something. So I'm playing against like all this sort of like trap, like hip hop stuff that's really modern. And Smokey Robinson's like 3 feet away from me. And he's just like listening. I'm like, oh God.
Did you make eye contact?
Oh no, we talked. He remembered me. It freaked me out more that he was like, oh, I remember you. Where you been? I'm like, what? What do you mean where I been? And I was having moments because I grew up on Smokey Robinson, right. Thinking about like him and Rick James. Like I love Rick James, and I like met Rick James when I was really young. My mom took me to a Rick James concert and got me backstage, and I met Rick James when I was 7. So I think that was sort of the beginning of me being a complete music freakaholic.
That's perfect. That is the perfect way to describe it, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was raised on like George Clinton, Rick James and Earth, Wind and Fire and all that stuff. So having Smokey in the room like that, and I'm thinking I would have never gotten this gig if I were just playing gigs one way. So it made me become more versatile. And like, if I got to learn some covers for a gig, I'll do it. But that's not really my thing. Like I'll do it for sure.
Right.
But I have to like still enjoy other elements of the show, like maybe who the promoter is or where the venue is or the promotion that's involved and all that stuff. But for the most part, I just like doing original creative stuff.
That's awesome. Well, quick side note, Engine House 25 actually made Smokey's wine.
Oh.
They got the grapes and all that stuff. A lot of it was bottled and done in Pittsburgh. That's why because Smokey was here.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he has a here or something.
Yeah, he does. I don't know anything else. I've never met him. I've talked to so many people who have had run-ins with him, and I'm like, someday I'll be in a room with Smokey Robinson. I don't know if it's going to happen. But
couldn't picture a nicer guy. Like he's so sweet. It's like almost weird. You're like, and I'm like, I remember I was having music nerd moments because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, damn, you were in the studio with like Michael Jackson and like Stevie Wonder. Like,
Everybody, like all the way.
I had to like focus. I had to get my shit together because I'm like, that for me is like the cream of the crop, you know?
Well, Stevie Wonder did the Tears of a Clown hook, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Smokey put the lyrics to it. Yeah.
Yep.
That's amazing. I mean, we can go on here. I mean, I kind of grew up with Smokey Robinson and all that stuff as well. But amazing. So before we I don't want to run out of time, but because we don't have to go 3 hours again, because you probably have like 15.
That was because we were drinking black metal.
We were drinking black metal. Well, that's a perfect segue to it. You got the shirt. I wish I was wearing my shirt right now. What's up with black metal?
We are doing it again.
One more round.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, this is year number 4, you know? I love it. I love it. My man, he's so on. He's so like ready to go. I was just hanging out with the Helltown guys. They had a beer training down at 1700 Penn Avenue the other day on Tuesday. And it's coming out in July this year. It came out a little later last year, but that was pandemic based and just kind of reactive to everything. So we wanted to release it a little earlier, make sure people can have it for their barbecues and on the back porch. We don't know what's coming, so you just want to
get it while you can.
Products out there and, you know, and have people enjoy it. So this year we're changing up the recipe just a hair. So I think it's going to be right in alignment with what a lot of people are enjoying right now. So that's sort of the secret. And we are doing a little switch up on the can art, and I'm super stoked about that. It's so rock and roll. I can't wait.
All right. I'm intrigued right now. Pete, do you have any questions about the difference in the recipe for Byron? No.
He's like, no.
Did I catch Pete? I got Pete not paying attention.
He's like sending emails right now, booking gigs and shit.
You're muted, Pete. You're muted, Pete.
I was asking Dave about his crumpled up shirt. Sorry.
No, what are you talking
My
about?
My shirt is crisp. It's crisp and it's ready to rock.
It was. See, right there is fine. That when you pulled that other floodlight on it, it was. It did have some wrinkles.
Ready to rock.
Okay. All right. Oh, cool. But Pete, any black metal questions before we transition to some musical stuff?
You can't still get last year's right now, can you?
No, it was out of date. Like, it's good. It's gone. You know. I'm excited about this year though because it comes out earlier. So.
It's so good.
So is it coming out as part of Barrel and Flow, or is it not going to be part of that this year?
I think it's going to be part of it, and it's coming out whether that was happening or not. So we're just doing black metal, like, and because of Barrel and Flow and because of Day. I mean, if he never introduced me to them like that, this wouldn't even be a thing. It's just crazy to think that we're on the 4th year now of like every year it's been a new recipe. Every year it's gotten bigger and bigger. So it's kind of cool that it's like. We're 4 years in, you know. So thank you, Day. Shout out to Day.
Thank you, Day. He'll be here tomorrow. We'll definitely tell him. And black metal. I mean, it's a favorite of mine. So I'm curious about changing the recipe up. What it's going to do to it.
It's not going. I think it's going to make it even more drinkable. You know.
All right. When's it come out?
The end of July.
End of July. Well, I don't know if we'll be here. I was going to say we should do another makeshift show.
I'll make sure you guys get some beer.
We'll just let us know where the distributors are, where you can get that, and we'll gladly do it. We'll send Pete. He delivered it all last year. He went to Pete made like 15 stops.
You all get a 6-pack.
Nice.
Pete made. Wow, there it is. It's all worth it then. All right. So you also got a gig coming up. May 1st?
Yeah, Saturday. I'm playing at the Vault Recording Studio. In I guess you would consider it Coriopolis / Neville Island. It's a super dope, crazy studio that was an old bank that got converted to a recording studio. They have all this crazy equipment. The engineer there won Grammys for recording REM. He did REM's records and stuff, and like hidden gem in Pittsburgh. That's awesome. It's a live stream performance, and the link's in my bio on Instagram. And then I have a little 3-piece with Jules and Josh Powell, and it's going to be rad. It's our first time like playing together, like out, ever. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's a live stream. It's $5, and that's the beginning of gig season. So I'm ready to rock out hard this year.
We got it. There we Dave's got the link in the page up there right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
So
might
cool.
hit you up about something I posted in the comments. We'll talk later, but I might have some stuff coming up this summer. So
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good. Well, anyway, speaking of which, I could talk to you all night, Byron, but I figured you might want to play another song because that guitar is probably getting heavy on your lap.
Yes. So this is not to be somber or anything, but the service industry lost a really special person last week, and it's really been messing with me a bit, and I wanted to play something for them.
Please do.
All right. I'm going to play against a song. So yesterday was the anniversary of my mom's passing, and there was a song many, many years ago, but it always comes up. And I remember this song being something that was special that was in a movie called Imitation of Life, and it's Mahalia Jackson. So for some reason, I just kept thinking of this freaking song. When I was over at my dad's house, we watched it, and it's like a really old movie. But I was thinking, oh, I should learn how to play how she sings because she sings with so much soul. So are you guys cool if I do that? Just
please. Dealer's choice.
I've never done this where I've actually played against a song.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Byron. That was a wonderful tribute. That was a wonderful song, man. That was great.
Mahalia Jackson, if anyone's curious.
Mahalia Jackson. I was wondering.
Yeah,
I knew the voice, but you had mentioned it there before. Yeah, Darren says Byron rocks. He does. That was beautiful, man. Thank you so much for sharing that one with us.
thanks for letting me. Thank you for the platform. I appreciate you guys.
Oh my, man, anytime you got anything, as long as we're here, you're welcome. So thank you for everything, and everybody out there. Get on Byron's shit, man. Like he's got everything you need. He's a one-stop shop for everything cool. So get on that right there. And the music and the live stream is only $5 for tomorrow. So you can be I mean Saturday, not tomorrow, but like I was close.
Let's just do that.
Yeah. Let's just do that. So get on that. The links are all in the chat. Thank you so much, Byron. Pete, got anything else to add here before we start winding things down? Good talk, Pete. Good talk.
He's real quiet tonight.
Anyway, I want to thank Kate Romain for being here earlier tonight. Of course, Byron, tomorrow night we are back 8:00. Dave Bracey is going to be here talking about some local brews. He has about, I think, 72 hours left of his dry April, so I'm sure he's ready for that to end, so he can go back and be drinking the beer that he's talking about on the show. Natalie Bensavenga has got, I think, another double header of 5 minutes with. I think she's talking to two candidates that are running for judge that you might want to find out about. All right, so be sure to tune in for that. And I think that's us for now. Oh, who won the ice cream thing, Dave? Who won the?
I don't know. Pete, who won?
I don't know.
We are so on point here.
My guess is Millie's.
My guess is Millie's too.
Looks like it was close between Leona's and Millie's, but Millie's did pull it out.
Okay.
I saw Millie's is going to be in Kennywood. Did you see that Instagram post?
Millie's is going to be in Kennywood. Millie's is it's great. It's going to be part of the fabric of Pittsburgh.
I like it, guys.
But you can't really put Millie's and Leona's. I don't mean to break this open again, but it's like you can't really put Minnie's versus Leona's. Like Leona's is an ice cream sandwich. They bake their own cookies. It's like it's its own thing. Millie's is like ice cream, but they don't really make their own cookies. They don't make those sandwiches. Like,
what are you talking
apples
about?
and oranges.
Well, there's ice cream. There's ice cream involved in all three of these.
Yeah, but it's
Page's Dairy Mart is not just ice cream.
I know Page's Dairy Mart has vegan ice cream, but Leona's does the low lactose ice cream. So, for the people who have lactose intolerance, they can eat the Leona's and not have to worry about the gas. And they make the cookies. I mean, I can't eat normal ice cream, but I can have Leona's, and man, that's just delicious.
Do you get the gas, Pete?
I do. I get like crippling stomach pain from like regular dairy.
Thank you all for joining us tonight.
But then Page's Dairy Mart's kind of like something else too, because like Page's Dairy Mart's kind of like an experience. You go there, now they have vegan ice cream, which is nice. So it's just like. You guys couldn't have picked three totally different ice cream options.
That was part of the plan. That was part of the thought process at the top of the show. We did this at 5 minutes to 8. We put this one together. This is what the show's doing right now.
Why didn't you add Dairy Queen into the mix or Twisters or any of the?
Because we went with local.
Oh yeah.
Local. And Tunces would take us over the cliff there. But yeah, we didn't do that because one, we only have 4 slots, and 2, we didn't have a lot of time. We wanted to keep it local, keep it fresh, keep it real, which you can also do at farmtotablepa.com. One more holler back to that sponsor. Anyway, wrapping things up tonight. Please, Byron, thank you again for everything. And
Turkey Hill's somewhat local.
Oh, okay. You're Googling this right now.
No, but I know they're somewhat local. They're made in the center of the state. I mean, that's
okay. Klondike
Hershey's,
Bar,
Hershey's in the middle of the state
Bar.
too.
Okay. All right.
Like, I mean, come on, Patrick. You guys,
we're gonna let this go. Now you're interested in the poll. Maybe if you were here at 8 o'clock, you would have been able to let it put in some input. All
Take
right.
the shot. I say take the shot. Take the bloody shot.
Face.
All right.
I love that ever said. Yeah, guys.
I got the shot. All right, so everybody get out there and get that. Dave, do we leave anything else out from our Get the Shot anthology? Maybe what does Mr. T have to say about this?
Hey, everybody, I want to get some ice cream.
The other Rocky, man, come on. You got it.
You got your shot. Now give me mine.
There it is. Everybody can go get the shot now. Mr. T's going to get his. Anyway, thank you all. This is the last 7 minutes has tarnished what was a perfect show. But thank you all very much. And we'll see everybody tomorrow, 8 o'clock. We're back. Thank you all very much. Seriously, take care of each other out there. The pandemic's still messing with people. Talk to people and go get your shot. Help people out. Thank you all.
Ice cream gives me farts.
Please cut it. Please.